Hello, my name is Charles Hudson, and this video is for the Week 4 assignment of Business 604 Fundamentals of Business Analysis. The topic of this presentation is sensitivity analysis. I'll start by explaining what sensitivity analysis is. Next, I'll discuss the benefits and limitations of sensitivity analysis. I'll also be discussing the qualitative and quantitative steps required. Then, I'll provide an example to bring everything together. After that, I'll explain how to incorporate risk into capital budgeting. Finally, I'll provide conclusion and my references. To start, let's define sensitivity analysis. Simply put, sensitivity analysis is essentially a what-if analysis. It is a prediction tool used to consider how certain variables may lead to certain outcomes. It compares how target variables are affected by different input variables. So why is it important? Using sensitivity analysis provides data to make logical decisions. By exploring the potential impacts of different variables, managers are better able to protect a company's reputation by predicting risk. When used properly, sensitivity analysis can highlight potential areas of concern and keeps managers mindful of risks, therefore leading to less uncertainty. The information provided from sensitivity analysis can help prepare companies plan for volatile market conditions while also exploring potential opportunities to grow. This leads into the pros and cons of sensitivity analysis. The upsides of sensitivity analysis are that it highlights focus areas to help minimize risk, and as previously mentioned, can also be an excellent mechanism for identifying vulnerabilities. By using sensitivity analysis, leaders can target areas of improvement for a company and logically assess risks to make more confident decisions. On the other side, sensitivity analysis is a good tool, but not perfect. The results of the analysis are only as good as the historic data being used. Just because something happened a certain way in the past does not mean it will happen the exact same way in the future. Sensitivity analysis can also be overloaded with too many variables, which could lead to skewed estimates. Without a crystal ball, no one can predict the future with 100% guarantee of accuracy. Next, the qualitative and quantitative steps necessary for conducting sensitivity analysis. First, the evaluation criteria need to be identified. For instance, a goal could be generating a 20% profit. When the evaluation criteria have been established, input variables such as rates, costs, and time are needed. After establishing the variables, a time frame of observation should be established. If the goal is to make a 20% profit, I need to determine how long I want to project the scenario for. An example could be a company that is constrained to operating in a 6-month earning period. Once the parameters have been established, we run the calculations. Initial data may indicate factors inhibiting success, such as undervalued projected sales rates or improper product target costs. This leads to the important step of digesting the results, adjusting, and repeating until confident with the data. This type of analysis can be applied at various levels for businesses of all sizes. For example, to demonstrate the potential of sensitivity analysis, I will simulate running a lemonade stand. First, my goal for this business is to operate net positive, meaning I must sell over $27 of lemonade. I then need to identify my variables, which will be the price per cup, cost of supplies, and estimated sales per day. I want to see how many cups I need to sell at what price to gain a profit. After running the calculations, I can see selling cups for $1 will not recover the initial investment for supplies, and only selling 10 cups a day might not generate any profits. I could use this data to only sell on high traffic days, or I could consider sourcing regular versus organic limits to decrease cost of supplies to increase my overall return. This is a very basic example of how to use sensitivity analysis, but the same fundamental concept can work at a larger scale, which leads me to my next topic. Since capital budgeting involves selecting projects that have the potential to grow a company, sensitivity analysis is a helpful tool for identifying future projects. Depending on the goals of a company, they may elect to conduct sensitivity analysis when contemplating taking a loan or estimating potential stock prices when their new product launches. By leveraging the archives of historic market trends and sales data, companies can dial in on how to maximize profits. Running these scenarios can help companies identify concerns before taking action and lead to solid foundations for making a budget. By using trustworthy data and realistic estimates, companies can determine if it is more advantageous to use cash reserves or to borrow, advertise potential earnings to investors, and predict rates of return to hesitant creditors. Summarization. This presentation provided information to define sensitivity analysis. It is a what-if tool used to identify which variables have the greatest impacts, therefore leading to better understanding of risks and calculated decision-making. I also discussed the benefits and limitations of sensitivity analysis, with a pro being that it helps understand risk better, and a con of the calculations might not be 100% accurate. I then highlighted the qualitative and quantitative steps, including establishing evaluation criteria, variables, a time frame, running calculations, and reviewing the data. Additionally, the lemonade stand example demonstrated a simple way sensitivity analysis can be used. Finally, I explained how sensitivity analysis can be incorporated into capital budgeting and how it helps management better identify potential focus areas for future products. Here is the list of the references I used to help better understand sensitivity analysis. I hope you enjoyed this video. This completes my presentation. Thank you.